Good
Yes,
evening.
Ajay, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. Which part of J&K you belong to?
Sir, I belong from Kathua district particularly.
Oh, okay, good, good.
Yes,
Now, what is your special interest in joining the Central Armed Police?
yes. So basically, since my childhood, I always wanted to join the defense services, and for the same, I have already appeared for CDSs and FCATs multiple times, in which I have been able to clear the written part of the examination, but till now I've not been able to qualify the SSPs. So because my family, whole of my family, I belong to a joint family. All of them, all the males are from a defense background itself.
Who is your role model as far as defense is concerned?
Sir, I don't feel so that a particular person is my role model. But since I'm from the background where each and every person which I have met, almost most of them have been from defense forces. So I think collectively, it's like a collective inspiration that I have got.
So you have a passion for the uniform.
Uh, Sir, not exactly for uniform, but definitely I want to join like defense force. It's
Okay.
not only about the uniform, but like other things as well.
So what is so unique about the Central Armed Police Force compared to the State Police Force?
Sir, I feel that Central Armed Police Forces give us the opportunity to like explore different parts of the world, different parts of the country, as well as it is a much more dynamic as compared to state police, I guess, where you might be able to get the transfers into different states and different parts, as well as because it is under the central authority, that is Ministry of Home Affairs. So I think that is the primary difference between the two.
See, the state police is mostly governed by the legal structures and they try to work within the framework of the legal enactments like the Indian Penal Code and the Criminal Procedure Code, which of course are renamed now. But the
Yes.
Central Armed Police Forces, they work under what legal authority?
Sir, I believe that all of these respective central armed police forces, they are having their different mandates. Like when they were established in the respective years, so the act with which they were passed, I think these those acts are the one which forms the like legal framework for the operations of the respective defense forces. For example, we have ITBP, which has the primary mandate to like guard the uh, Tibetan border, and we have BSF, which has the primary role to guard the Pakistan, that is the western border.
You know the RTI Act?
Yes, sir.
What
Right
does
to
that stand
Information
for?
Act.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yes.
Does it apply to the Central Armed Police Force?
Sir, I think I'm not very sure about that, but I feel that it would be applicable, and the only concern would be if it directly impacts the internal security of the nation, then I think it won't be like responded to.
Okay, okay, fine. Now, what could be the challenges you will face in the initial phase of your assignment, in the 2, 3 years of your assignment as assistant commandant? What could be the challenges you're likely to face, which you may not face when you join the civil service?
Yes, sir. I believe that the primary challenge that I would be facing is like after the like this thing I have observed mostly that right after the training and during training and after the training, mostly they are deployed in some not very metropolitan cities. So that could be the one of the factors that accommodating to the respective scenarios, because I have not been to different parts of the country. So like mixing up with the climate, because I'm good with in mixing up with the people. So I believe that mixing up in different like climates, that could be one of the challenge. The other one could be to nourish myself mentally in a way that I would be like fulfilling the responsibilities that I would be like given with my full integrity and with full capability. So I believe that this might be the challenge that I would be facing in the initial years of my service.
Okay, Ajay, sir will ask you the other questions.
Yes.
So,
Yes, Ajay, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
So now you come from JNK, right?
Yes, sir.
So now what are the challenges what J&K is facing on internal security front?
Yes, sir. I believe that the primary challenge that J&K since the independence of the country has been facing is related to internal security issue of terrorism. And moreover, not only about it's not only about terrorism, but it's about the local productive youth, which otherwise would have been productive and an asset to the country. When they are not able, when we are not able to fully like employ their human capabilities and like make them an asset for the state or for the country. I believe that this is one of the major issues. And in the recent times, I also believe that since the act of terrorism and cross border tensions, they have been like changing dynamically. For example, in earlier times, we used to see that most of the internal security issues, they were in the Kashmir region itself. But in last 2 years, we have seen that the cross border insurgencies have taken place in the Jammu district itself and Doda and other regions itself, which could be a challenge towards the internal security of the nation. And with the with the application of AI and internet, when the misinformation and information can be spreaded in a very fast and very rapid manner. So curbing that could also be one of the challenge, I believe.
Okay, so now because you are aspiring to be a member of Central Armed Police Force, so can you tell me what role Central Armed Police Forces have played in J&K in containing this terrorism and insurgency?
Yes, sir. I believe that Central Armed Police Forces have played a very crucial role in guarding the internal security, as well as not only about internal security, but the borders of my particular state, Jammu and Kashmir, which is the part of the country. Particularly talking about the two forces, that is BSF and CRPF. When BSF has been guarding the long Indo-Pakistan border, and Pulwama attack has played a very crucial role in maintaining the law and order situations in the Kashmir Valley. So these two forces have been very critical, and not only BSF and CRPF, but also ITBP also has been playing a crucial role in acting as a second layer in Siachen and Leh Ladakh, that is hilly terrains. So in that regard, I believe that because CAPF acts as a direct link between Ministry of Home Affairs, which is a central nodal authority. So I believe with that respect, it is very convenient, and it has played a very crucial role in maintaining law and order as well as internal security and intelligence in the particular state.
Okay, and now your hobby is to
Sir,
community development projects.
Sir, pardon, but that's not exactly my hobby, but that is one of the activities that I have been part of during my college.
Participated, okay, right. So what were those community development projects?
Yes, sir. Like when I joined the college, first year was in the online mode, and right after the termination of my first year, we were given the option. Like we were supposed to choose one of the community development project. There were 3 4 options. One was to plant tree. The other one was to help the needy in education terms, and the other one was to provide sanitary napkins and to provide such like education to the rural in the rural areas. So particularly I was employed in providing food to the needy, as well as helping them in with basic education things, that is numeracy and reading part. So in those 1.5 month, like I discussed with a lot of restaurants and local dhabas, because in this particular area where I belong to, there are no like significant restaurants but dhabas. So I used to ask them that whatever your sufficient or your extra like cooked food would be, I would be collecting them from you, so that I would be able to distribute them among needy, because that was the time which after the lockdown, they were not the employment opportunities was not a lot for the daily wages. So this was something that I contributed in that time.
So how this experience will be handy for you in border management?
Sir, I believe that it could help me in two ways. First one is in because of that community development project, I learned better to manage resources. So that is something which I can like use when I would be serving in the borders. And the other one, I believe managing with the time, because like food is kind of is like a commodity which will perish very soon. So I had to be on toes, like coordinating with the dabas. And because many a times when I used to go in initial couple of days, I was not able to find much of the people because they were out. So I believe that that coordination is something which also I would be able to learn from that.
That is, of course, about the process.
Yes.
But I meant to ask you about border management, means on ground.
Yes,
These
I
paramilitary
got it.
forces, they do undertake community projects also. So I
Yes.
was we are trying to ask that part.
Yes, sir. I got it, sir. I was completely out of the way.
Mm.
Sir, because the locals and the local living in the border areas, I believe they can be of great significance and act as a great asset to manage the border conflicts as well as to maintain law and order situation. So
Mm.
engaging with them, I believe that will help to build trust and to help them have that coordination with the defense forces, with which they will not feel that defense forces are for some other purpose, but rather they will feel more connected, and whatever the issues could be, they would directly be able to act as the source of maybe intel for the defense forces in which I would be serving.
Okay, now my last question to you is about you stayed in Punjab for 4 5 years for your
Yes.
graduation, right? So you can appreciate what is happening in J&K, or what are the problems with J&K internal security front, and what are the internal security problems of Punjab,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes.
And both are border states.
Yes, sir.
That is also true. Number one, number two. So can you tell me how they are similar or how they are different, and whether a single approach can work in both places?
Yes, sir. First of all, talking about the similarities, I believe that because both of the states have the borders with Pakistan, so one of the similarity is to cope up with that border issues. And in recent times, we have seen that in Punjab, the issue of internal security has also been emerged quite a lot. For example, today or yesterday, I feel two blasts. One of the blast in front of Jalandhar BSF headquarters, and the other one, I think, in Amritsar. So, sir, I believe that what was happening in Jammu and Kashmir since last, I feel a decade or so, that is the similar kind of acts we have been seeing in Punjab. Because of that Khalistan, this was prominent in like 2 3 decades before, earlier also, when that Operation Blue Star and other things happened. But now again we are seeing we are able to experience this similar kind of situation. So I believe that the border issue is something which could be dealt with with quite a generalistic way. But talking about the internal security and the these internal issues, then there could be a more dynamic approach. The primary reason is because of the terrain. When talking about the terrain of Jammu and Kashmir, we know that the valley is separated with the help of hills and other things. But in Punjab, which is almost a plain and a very plain and very fast kind of atmosphere, there I believe that something more innovative could be there. And also the locals and the local leaders, because they play a crucial role in like controlling the youth and like directioning the youth at right path. So building their trust and having like something like workshops with them could help in maintaining this issue, I believe.
Okay, thank you so much, Ajay. When is your interview?
Sir, my interview is on 22nd of May.
Okay, still time. Okay, thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Ajay.
Yes.
Yes, Ajay, you have about 12, 13 days to go for your
Yes.
interview. You have time. My last question is, a few years back, we used to keep hearing a lot about stone throwing in J&K
Yes, sir.
against the armed forces, against the central armed police forces, things like that. Every
Yes, sir.
day, shower of stones.
Yes, sir.
But suddenly it stopped. What was the magic?
Sir, I believe that because the issue of Jammu and Kashmir is not only to be dealt with the military aspect, but it has a lot to do with the ideological aspect as well. So I believe that in recent times, especially after the abrogation of Article 370, the central authorities have played a very crucial role, not only in maintaining law and order, but building the trust. And that we can see a lot of projects has been inaugurated in Kashmir Valley, be it for the employment purposes or be it for the other tech or infrastructure related projects. And other than that, I believe that curbing that leaders which used to promote that they, like the term used is algavadi. I don't know the English term for the same. So
Mm.
when central authorities in two ways, first was by force and the other one was to have to get their trust. So the both ways has played a very crucial role, because as I said earlier, that what I believe is the same youth, we can, if given a right chance and right direction, can be of great significance to the country. But it's only about that for political needs of few, they have been diverted and they have been misled into something which they should not do. So I
Okay,
think that two
okay.
things have happened.